Hey, are you running Facebook ads, but you're not getting the results that you want? Maybe you're even losing money, even though you're pretty sure you're doing everything right. Well, if that's the case, then stick with this video. It might be a little bit longer, but I guarantee it's going to help you see Facebook advertising in a completely different way. It's going to make complete sense to you. And if you follow the strategy that I'm going to show you, I guarantee it's going to improve your results. Okay. Now, before we dive into a Facebook ads account, I can show you exactly which we're going to do. This isn't a theory-based training session. I'm going to actually show you in an ad account what to do and how to do it. Okay. But before we dive into that, I just want you to put your marketing hat on for a little bit, okay? Now, who do people like to buy from? We like to buy from those that we know, like, and trust, right? Now, are you spending the time to build that relationship with your audience before you ask them for something, okay? So you might have an offer for a free lead, like some sort of free lead magnet, or you might be trying to, sell them a low ticket offer, right? You're still asking them for something before they get to know you. So let me show you in a Facebook ads account what you're probably doing right now. Then I'll show you what you need to do different. Okay, here we are in a client account. He retired a couple of years ago, so this account isn't being used anymore. But let's look at what you are probably doing when you're running ads, okay? You're probably coming over and you're creating an ad, right? And what are you doing? You're clicking on leads or sales. And the reason you're doing that is because you want either leads or sales. And that's the quickest way to get there, right? But here's the thing. You're going to be promoting these leads and sales ads to a cold audience, okay? And so that's the first mistake. The second thing you have to understand is that Facebook wants its users to stay on Facebook, okay? So if you're running a campaign like leads or like sales, where you're taking people off of the platform, they're going to charge you a premium for that, okay? They're going to charge you a higher CPM, a higher cost per thousand to present these ads if the intention of the ad is to remove people from their platform, okay? So here's what I want you to start doing instead. And it's what I call my MAP approach. It's meet, ask, and propose, okay? And when I do my public speaking, I actually bring a woman on stage, and a volunteer on stage, don't know who she is. And as soon as she gets there, I've got it right here. I pop up my engagement ring, and I ask her to marry me, right? Because that's what you guys are doing, right? You're like, hey, you're my target audience. Buy my thing, marry me. So here's what I want you to do that is different. All right, so let's start with our first meet level ad. This is where you're meeting your cold audience for the first time, okay? So you're going to create an ad, and instead of choosing leads or sales, you're going to choose engagement, okay? Because you can see engagement has video views, because your first ads to your cold audience should be video-based. Why is that? Because that's the best way that they can get to know, like, and trust you, okay? So we're going to start with a video views engagement ad. So you click continue, and you're going to do, a manual engagement campaign, and continue. And then we're going to come over to the ad set level. All right. Well, you have to do the campaign, but for this training, I'm just going to show you the ad set level. So you have to build the entire campaign. I'm just showing you what you need to do. All right. And so by default, it comes up as the conversion as a messaging app, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to be doing video views, and we can't really see that up here, but this is for video views. So get people to watch the video or interact with your post. So we're going to click on that. Okay. And so the performance goal is to maximize through play videos. Okay. Because this is the first ad that's going to go out to your cold audience so they can see your video, get to know, like, and trust you. Okay. So down here is where you're going to do your targeting. And so what we're going to do is we are going to switch to original audience options, and you'll see this pop up where it says that Advantage Plus audience may improve performance. Now, let me define what that performance means. What is the goal for this campaign? It's to get video views, right? And so that is what, that's what Advantage Plus is going to try to do for you, is get you as many video views as possible. But for this past client here, he was a real estate coach. So who did he target? He targeted realtors who wanted to, sell more houses. But what is Facebook going to do? If I chose Advantage Plus audience, Facebook is just going to show my ad, even though it's about real estate or real estate coaching, to anybody who likes to just spend time on Facebook watching videos. So when you see your result metrics with the with the Advantage Plus audience, you're going to see you got killer video views. So many people watch your video and you're like, oh, this is awesome. But when it comes time to make sales down the road, you're not going to make any sales because the people watching those videos weren't necessarily realtors, okay? So don't use Advantage Plus audience because it'll get you, propped up results that aren't going to result in sales down the line, okay? And so this isn't a Facebook ads training. This is a Meet, Ask, Propose training. And so I'm not going to show you how to create your audience, but this is your cold audience, right? This is where you choose your country, your gender, your age range, right? Your interests. So in this case, we'd be choosing people who work for Remax, people who work for Keller Williams, people who are associated with NAR, National Association of Realtors, right? So that is going to be our audience. So those are the people that are going to be seeing our videos, okay? So that is the first step of your Meet approach, is to create this ad that is a video engagement ad, which is going to be cool because you're not asking to take people off of Facebook. So your CPM, your cost per thousand, is going to be very low. Now, here's another cool thing about this is that I still recommend that you do have a call to action, right? You do have so on the ad level, you do have a learn more button. I guess you have to fill some things out for that to show up, but you have a learn more button, right? So that you can take them off Facebook to get your free thing, to learn more about you, whatever. That is not the intent of the ad. And I don't want you to focus on how well those ads are converting for opt-ins or whatever, because that's not the point. But what I'm saying is that even though you're not trying to get opt-ins or leads, you will, and you'll get them at a much lower cost than if you're doing a leads or a sales campaign, okay? So that's how you set up your Meet ad. Now, let me show you the second super important part, okay? All right, so we've got our Meet ads running, Meet, M-E-E-T, right? So we're meeting our audience for the first time. We're presenting some valuable content to them, and they are consuming it by watching the videos. Now it's time to ask for something, okay? Once they have gotten to know and like and trust us a little bit, now we can have a small ask, okay? We can ask for their email in exchange for a lead magnet. We can ask for a small, purchase, a $4.95 purchase, a $9.95 purchase, okay? A small ask, because now people spend some time watching our videos. They know us a little bit better. They like us a little bit more. They trust us a little bit more. They know we're real people, so we're more likely to get that sale. But how do we do that? Well, the first thing you need to do, and don't miss this step, is you go to audiences, and we are going to create a new audience, which should be right around here somewhere. There we go, create audience. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom audience, and we're going to use meta sources and video, okay? We're going to click on next, and we're going to choose engagement type. So I like to choose people who have viewed at least 50% of my video. You can be more aggressive and choose 75 or 95%, but keep in mind that people on Facebook have a short attention span, so 50% is still pretty good. And if you're running more than one video campaign, then they're going to see more of you, okay? So let's just go with that. So we've got a 50% view of the video, and then you have to come and select videos. Now, there are a few different places where you can find your videos, right? They could be on your Facebook page, you can be in your Instagram account, or they might just be in an ad, okay? And that might be the only place for them. But anyway, what I do is go through here and just choose all the videos that you can, right? Because I know you created that one video or two or three videos for the Meet, Ask, Propose campaign, but it doesn't matter. The point is that we're retargeting people who have consumed our content, okay? And so it doesn't matter what video they watched as long as they have watched some video. So choose like all the videos that you can find that you've posted in Facebook, Instagram, in ads, right? And then you want to determine what window of time did they consume that content. So the shorter the window, the better, right? The hotter they are. Like if somebody just saw your video yesterday, they're much more likely to buy from you today because they still remember you, right? If they saw your video 90 days ago, then they're much less likely to convert, again, because they've forgotten about you. So you want to have the shortest window as possible but at the same time, you need to think about how big your audience is, right? So if you've got a huge Instagram following and lots of people are seeing your content all the time, then you're probably gonna have a pretty large audience there to choose from. Or if you're spending $1,000 a day on your Meet ad, like promoting a video, then that's going to be a big audience. So if you've got a big audience, either through paid traffic or organic, then you can do 30 days. But if you're not spending as much on ads, if you don't have an organic following that's as large, then you might want to extend this to to 60 or 90 days. Okay. So then you want to name your ad to be video views 50%, 60 days. Okay. And then you simply create the audience. Now keep in mind, the point of the Ask campaign is to retarget the people who have already engaged with you. Okay. So now the Ask campaign is targeting a much warmer audience. So we've got the video views audience created, but there's more audiences that we can target. Okay. So let's look at Instagram account. Choose that. And then we would choose everyone who engaged with this professional account. Okay. Because this includes ad accounts who visited this profile or took action on this post or ad. Okay. So this works on posts and ads. So anybody who's liked, commented, saved, did a carousel swipe, did anything with your ads, if they engage with your ad or your post, then they know something about you. So we want to create that as well. And the same thing, depending on the size of your followers, depending on the size of your ad spend, will determine your audience retention time frame, like 30 to 90 days. Okay. And then you're just going to use the same naming. You're going to say Instagram account engagement 30 days. Okay. And so that would be that. And then we want to save that audience, and we want to come over and do the exact same thing for Facebook. We just did it for Instagram. Now let's do it for Facebook. And we're going to do the same thing. Everyone who engaged with your page. So, and this is again with a post. Sorry, I clicked on it. With a post or an ad, such as reactions, shares, comments, link, anything that they did to engage, they know something about you, so we can retarget them. Okay. So there we go. So now we've got our 3 big retargeting audiences. Now let me show you the final step, I guess, which will be how to create the ad for the Ask phase of your campaign. All right, now that we've got our Meet ads running, we've got our retargeting audiences set. Now we want to create our Ask campaign. So we're going to create a campaign. And the question here is now, what is the objective that you want to use? And I recommend that you test this, okay? Because if you're running so there's 2 types of ads you can run at the Ask stage. With the Meet stage, I want you just to run video ads, again, because the point is to get people to know, like, and trust you. But at the Ask stage, now the intention is higher for you to get their name, to get their email, to get their phone number, right? To get them to buy something small from you, okay? So the 2 types of ads you can do are a video ad and just an image ad. Now, if you're running a video ad, which is still probably the better way to go at this stage, I recommend that you split your campaign objective into engage, run the exact same ads, the same audiences and everything. The only thing you'll change is the objective, okay? And the reason for that is because if you choose the engagement ad, what's going to happen is that your click-through rate to your offer is going to be lower than it will be if you're running a leads campaign, okay? Your click-through rate will be lower. But the other thing that'll be lower is your CPM, right? Your cost per thousand. So what quite often happens is because your engagement ads are being shown to more people, even though you have a lower click-through rate, if you've got a solid offer, you're actually going to be paying a smaller cost per click in the end if you run an engagement campaign versus a leads campaign. But that's not true 100% of the time. So that's why I usually split my Ask ad spend for my video ads, and I test engagement and leads together, okay? So just for fun, let's create a leads ad in the Ask level. So we're going to do a manual leads campaign. Again, I'm not showing you how to set up the entire campaign, so you hopefully know how to set up this page. We're going to come to new leads. We're at the ad set level, and we're going to be asking them to go to our website to opt into something. Okay, so that's the website. And so put in your pixel, do all that other, ad stuff that you hopefully know how to do. But now what we want to do is create the audience. So again, we're not going to use advantage audience. Oops. We're going to show more options. Switch to original audience options. Okay, so we're on original audience. There we go. And where is it? So we're going to look at our custom audiences, and this is where you're going to find, your 30-day, 50% video views. This is where you're going to find your Facebook engagement, your Instagram engagement, and you're just going to click on those options. Okay. I'm just picking things at random here, but so here's like a warm 30%, 50% views. So there we go. Okay. And then you want to complete the rest of the parameters for your audience. So, whatever, 20 to 65, genders, where they live, location, all that other stuff. Again, you know how to do this. And then once you have that, then you want to save this audience as, and just name it appropriately so you can use it again. You don't have to fill it out every time. All right. And that is how you create an ask campaign as part of the whole map structure. All right, so we just have one more step in the map process, and that is the proposal stage, right? This is where we ask for her hand in marriage. And of course, we're not going to be doing that, but this is where we're going to be asking for what we wanted to ask ultimately in the first place, right? This is where we want to ask them to sign up for a 3-day event. This is where we want to ask them to book their strategy call, okay? This is where we're going to be making the big ask where we're going to actually do what we wanted to do in the first place, okay? Now, these ads, I recommend keeping these ads short to the point because you've done your work up front, right? You've got the meet ads running. You've got the ask ads running, right? So when they see the proposed ads, they already know who you are and what you bring to the table. And the way you're going to retarget is exactly the same way as you retarget it at the ask level, okay? You're going to go in and you're going to set up your hot audience, your proposed audience retargeting. And so there you might be picking like specific videos. Like we were very broad before at our ask retargeting. With the proposed ones, you might want to be a little bit more specific, okay? But so just go through and make sure that you are retargeting the specific content you want to retarget. And where we did like 50% video view before, maybe you want to extend that to 75%, right? So we know that the people who are seeing our proposed ads are hot and ready for your ask, all right? So I guess the last question is, what sort of content do you prepare for the meet ask campaigns in like when it comes to videos? Well, listen, let me ask you a question about this training. Did you find this training valuable? Is this something you think you want to implement? But let me ask you this as well. Is it something that, even though I laid it out step by step, it still seems a little bit overwhelming to you? And do you think that maybe you might want to hire me to do it? Like, I have given you everything I know about this topic, right? I've given it to you. But are you thinking that this is only one small thing about everything I know about advertising and marketing, and that if you were to work with me, that you would benefit so much more? I'm hoping that's how you're feeling, not because I want you to hire me. That's not why I asked the question. I asked the question because I want you to not worry about giving too much content, not giving too much value away, and even the length of your ad, right? I'm going to probably try to run this as an ad. It's 20 minutes long. But here's the thing. If people are learning from it along the way, they will stick with it. Okay. And so this would be a very good thing for me to test. I don't know how it'll work, but I would test this at the meet level and even at the ask level, right? And see how people are consuming it. And then I can retarget based on that. Okay. So my point is that shorter is usually better, but at the meet phase, I would go a little bit longer, 3, 5, even 7 minutes long, because again, the goal of that is to get people to consume the content. We want them to know, like, and trust you, and they're not going to know, like, and trust you off a 30-second short. Okay. So make sure that they actually have some good, solid value to take away. And the more meet ads that you have, the better you're going to do for earning their trust. All right, guys. So that is the conclusion of this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I don't know where I'm going to post this, but leave them in the comments. Send me a DM, send me an email, whatever you need to do. and I'll happily help you out. And again, if you do just want me to do all this for you, maybe I can make that happen as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe, like, follow wherever you're seeing this content right now. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.